Carlos, congrats. That was a tough battle. Can you walk us through the match, how you turned that around after losing the first very close set?
Well, it was really difficult match. Really demanding physically. So it was really tight. I saved really difficult and important moments during the match, which I'm really proud of and really happy about it. To show a really good tennis when it matters. So really important win for me. And yeah, really happy to get another win here in the Nitto ATP Finals.
Carlos, you just said it was an important win. How much in that match was the number one ranking coming into your mind, and also this would be giving you an important step to confirm a semi-final position as well? I know you've still got a little bit of way to go before number one can be confirmed, but did those two things come into your mind at all during the match?
Well, at the beginning, I'm trying not to think about it, to be honest, but it's really difficult not to think about the number one spot. At the beginning of the match, I thought a little bit about it, but during the match, there were a lot of things to think about, and you know, the number one, the thought about the number one was gone. I was, you know, in my mind, I was thinking about how can I turn around the match, because I had really difficult moments, and I wasn't playing that good, I guess, or I just I didn't feel as good as the match against De Minaur, for example. So I thought about to find a way just to try to come back or to win a match. So you know, the number one thoughts, I didn't think about it at all. You know, during the match, I was just trying to get the win. How it is possible. Good that I got it, and obviously it was a really important step for classify to the semi-final.
Hi, Carlos. Huge congrats, great comeback. I was wondering, your match finished like a couple of hours ago. What's your routine post-match like? Because I imagine you have so many things to do. Is like the press conference the last thing you do before leaving from here? What are you going to do tonight and everything?
Well, it depends on the match, depends on the day. There are some days after the match that I come straight to the press conference, and then I do everything else after all. Today was a little bit different, so I was tired, so I wanted to calm down, to cool down a little bit, take the shower, eat something, and then probably this is you know, the press conference, the last thing before going back to the hotel and get treatment. But this is the invisible match that we call, you know, just to get everything ready to recover as good as I can and as fast as I can for the next round.
Hello, Carlos. Taylor praised your level after the match, and he praised your sense of anticipation. When he had easy forehands, sometimes he missed, and he said it's because Carlos is always guessing where the ball is going to go. Question simple, how do you do that?
Well, just I'm trying to be in his mind before he hitting. I don't know. It just depends. We study a lot the players in some matches where, or in the easy balls where he's going to hit more often. Sometimes he changes and the players change, but there are always a spot that he feel more comfortable to hit in a difficult moment or in a pressure moment. So we study that, and then we try to have that instinct, you know, to go to that side and praying that he's gonna be to that side. I think today I went to the correct side a couple of times, so probably after all he felt a little bit in pressure in that ball, so that's why he missed a little bit. But it was just thinking about one side and go for it.
Any other questions in English? Last one.
And just to bounce back on that, do you feel a little like a goalkeeper against a penalty? Do you have data for that? Is it the same mindset, more or less?
Yeah, I mean, it is like a goalkeeper going for a penalty. So it's just thinking about it, thinking like if I'm in his position where I should hit. So that's why just think on one side and go for it. I think sometimes it works, sometimes it isn't.
Carlos Alcaraz worries fans before his match against Musetti and raises concerns about his health. The Mercian suffered a lot to overcome Fritz. I'm very happy. And tired. At one point I was exhausted and didn't know what to do, but I found my good tennis. Taylor played very well. I tried to take advantage of the opportunities he gave me. It was a great match. I hope people enjoyed it, he said on the court of the Enalpi Arena in Turin. In a match everything can change in a single point. I wasn't able to return well against that serve of his, and I had a hard time. But it was very tight. At 6-5 in the second set I had break points and I had to take advantage. That was the key moment. I found confidence and mental strength to play a great third set. I took advantage of the little he gave me in the second. Everything went my way after that moment, he added. With this victory, Alcaraz only needs one more win to secure finishing the year as world number one. It could happen against Musetti on Thursday, in the last day of the group stage, or in the hypothetical semifinals, which he could also reach even if he loses to the Italian. The Spanish tennis player, who is trying to secure the world number one ranking at the 2025 ATP Finals, spoke about the main goals of his career, his rivalry with Jannik Sinner, and reaffirmed his desire to eat at the table of the greatest players. When talking about his future, Carlos Alcaraz moves with the same boldness he shows on the court. The Spanish tennis player has never hidden his desire to eat at the table of the greatest, and although he admits he is not even close yet, he is not afraid to look into that mirror. Alcaraz, who has the opportunity to secure the world number one ranking until the end of the year at the 2025 ATP Finals, spoke in an interview with Mundo Deportivo about his remaining challenges, his rivalry with Jannik Sinner, and the biggest dream of his career. I'm going for the Grand Slams. My wish is to have the maximum number of Grand Slam titles possible and an Olympic gold medal. If Grand Slam titles are taken as the unit of measure, Alcaraz's ultimate dream is well on track, as he already has 6 majors in his record at just 22 years old. We're on the right path. Having 6 Grand Slam titles is incredible. It means we're doing things well. Now it's time to keep going. To keep rowing in the same direction, training and working the same way, or even better, said Carlos Alcaraz to Mundo Deportivo. But the Spanish player also adds Olympic gold to that list. His desire was clear after losing the final of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games against Novak Djokovic, when tears prevented him from finishing his on-court interview. It was the first major setback for a player who, until then, had always come out on top in the big moments. A painful loss from which he learned, as he has said himself, but one he hasn't forgotten. And a wish that highlights the value tennis players give to the Olympic Games, as Djokovic recently did when he marked Los Angeles 2028 as his dream career finale. One more step toward his goal of eating at the table of the greatest. I'm not even close yet. There have been incredible players, legends. At the top table we place Roger Federer, Rafa Nadal, and Novak Djokovic. I would like to eat at that table. It's a motivation that I have and that helps me in my career, but I'm still not even close. The Spaniard Carlos Alcaraz said this Tuesday, after his victory against the American Taylor Fritz, 6-7-2, 7-5, 6-3, in the second round of the group stage at the ATP Finals, that for a moment he didn't know how to stop his rival, but that he was able to find his good tennis in time. Alcaraz won in a nearly 3-hour marathon match in which he came back from the brink. He is now close to the semifinals, for which he could even qualify if the Australian Alex de Minaur beats the Italian Lorenzo Musetti. Alcaraz cancels training to take a rest. The Mercian, who had planned to train from 12 o'clock to 1300 hours with Pedro Vives, repeats the routine that has worked for him in major tournaments. Carlos Alcaraz did not train this Wednesday at the Analpai Arena in Turin. The 22-year-old from Murcia had planned to practice again with the help of Mallorcan player Pedro Vives, from 12 o'clock to 1300 hours on the Sebastopoli court, but cancelled the session to take a rest day after his match against Taylor Fritz in the second round of the Jimmy Connors Group at the ATP Finals. Alcaraz was on court against the American for 2 hours and 48 minutes and ended up quite fatigued. In fact, he took more than 2 hours to attend the media, at a press conference scheduled for 1850 but held from 1920 instead. Carlos and his team thus repeat a rest routine that has worked for them before big matches in major tournaments, especially in Grand Slams. The six-time major winner is playing for a spot in the semifinals and to finish the season as world number one, depending on himself, in the match that will take place on Thursday. Change in the schedule of the decisive match between Alcaraz and Musetti at the ATP Finals. Carlos Alcaraz, 22 years old and world number 2, has had to wait until the ninth match to experience a unique situation in the group stage of the ATP Finals, held at the Analpai Arena in Turin. It will be a match that could be doubly crucial. He will need the victory to fully secure his qualification for the semifinals, unless, at 1400 hours, Alex de Minaur surprises Taylor Fritz. And he must win to finish the year as number 1, unless Jannik Sinner has lost this Wednesday to Alexander Zverev. It could be a great day, but it's better not to think too much about that number 1, which means a lot because I'm fighting for it with a Sinner who is more consistent than I am, he said. He depends on himself in the closing match of the Jimmy Connors Group, which he leads with 2 wins. It will be against a local idol, since the 13,000 fans who fill the arena for each session have been cheering on their Italian players. Also Lorenzo Musetti, who became even more of a hero after coming back against de Minaur to keep his semi-final hopes alive. The record makes Alcaraz the favorite, as he has dominated Musetti in 6 of 7 meetings, including all 3 this season, though all were on clay. The Italian's advantage is that he recently reached the final on indoor hard courts in Athens. It will be the first group stage match that Alcaraz plays in the evening session. After 8 straight matches around 2 p.m. the Mercian will have to be ready this Thursday at 8:30 p.m. He has the precedent of the semi-final he lost to Novak Djokovic in 2023, which started at 9 p.m. A heated atmosphere awaits him, fueled by Musetti's Italian home advantage.